In this video, I'm going to do examples of solving log and exponential equations. So we'll start out with 2 to the x plus 1 equals 32. Now there's a shortcut to these. If you can write the number with the same exponent as this side has, then you can just use a shortcut. So I can write 32 as 2 to the 5th. So 2 to the x plus 1 equals 2 to the 5th. Once you have that, you can just say x plus 1 equals 5. So that's a lot easier than to do what I'm going to show you later on a harder problem. So then just subtract 1 from both sides and x equals 4. Okay? So another example like that would be, let's say I have 3 to the 4x equals 27. So 3 to the 4x would equal 3 to the third. So that means 4x equals 3. So divide by 4 and x equals 3/4. So if you can change them to have the same base, then that is a lot easier way to do it. Okay, so if you have 5 to the x equals 40. In this case, you can't change 40 to a power of 5. So what we're going to do is take the log of both sides. And I'm going to write ln. ln is log base e, or log base 2.7, because e is basically 2.7. So ln is just it's called the natural log, and it's log base e. So I'm going to use ln with a lot of my examples, okay? And all the rules with ln work the same as log base 10 or any base. So I'm going to ln both sides. So I'm going to have ln of 5 to the x power equals ln of 40. Now I'm going to use that property that I showed you where you have this exponent, you can bring it out in front. So this x comes down here, and you have x ln 5 equals ln of 40. ln of 5 is just a decimal. You could punch it on your calculator. So we're just going to divide both sides by that decimal. So then we're going to have x equals ln of 40 divided by ln of 5. So then you're going to go ahead and get your calculator and type in ln of 40 and hit equals, and then divided by ln of 5, and you get that x is equal to 2.292. Now these decimal points are important, so I always leave 3 decimal points. Okay. Now, if a person would have done this with logs, you would get the same answer. Okay, so if you would have done it with logarithms instead of ln, you would have ended up with the log of 40 divided by the log of 5. Now the log of 40 and the ln of 40 are two different things. Okay, if you punch it on your calculator, the ln of 40 is that, and the log of 40 is that number. They're different. But when you divide ln of 40 by ln 5 and log of 40 by log 5, you get the same decimal. So if you type in log of 40, hit equals, divided by the log of 5, you get the same thing. If you don't want to hit equals, you can do log of 40 parentheses divided by log of 5. So that gets you the same thing. What you can't do is do log of 40 divided by log 5, because that's going to take 40 divided by the log of 5. Okay, so make sure you do it that way.